Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my videos. In today's video, we're finally gonna get the Subi ready for primer. All of the panels on this car have already been sanded and painted. All that we got left to do is the car itself. Now that we're started on the car, I'm getting a little overwhelmed because this is gonna be putting my painting skill to the test. But like I said, everything else is already painted. Some of the panels got painted twice because I didn't like how they looked. What I want to do right now is I want to move the Z, set up our tarp tent, and adjust the Subi to how we're going to sand it. And then once I do that, I want to go ahead and tell you guys my plan of attack. Guess what I learned to do?
No, I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Alright, now that we got the car set up just how we want it, I can finally give you guys a proper walkthrough of this car and its current paint condition. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that the only thing that was wrong with this original paint was just a lot of sun damage. Now, you guys are about to see how bad this sun damage was, but it was on the trunk, on the spoiler, in the hood, in the hood scoop. But everything looked exactly like how this roof right here looks. There was a lot of sun damage done to this car from just sitting in the sun. A lot of this is just the clear coat peeling off. I just went ahead and also mashed up the doors and the trunk because we plan on sanding and I don't want any sand to go in the interior. But now that we got the tarp set up, I can tell you guys my plan of attack. This car is gonna look so good once it's done. Let me just record it really quick just for my memories. Oh, how I miss driving this car. What I want to do first is I want to split this up into 3 sections. The roof, the side, and then the other side. I want to start with the roof because these parts right here are going to be really complicated to sand, and that right there I feel like it's going to take the most time to do. So because of that, I want to start on the roof first. Now don't get me wrong, these red scuff pads are really good, but these things just remove the paint a little quicker. So I'm going to use this to get in here and remove all of the blue. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and start sanding down the outside of this roof first. So I'm gonna do all of the edges and probably go about ½ an inch into the actual center of this panel. I'm gonna try and go counterclockwise with this. So I'm gonna go to my right, then I'm gonna end up over here. Once we do that, I'll give you guys an update. I also went ahead and wiped it down with my water and alcohol mixture, so we do have a clean surface to start sanding with. All we gotta do now is sand it. Again, I'm gonna use this sanding pad from Walmart to start removing all of that top layer paint, and then I'm gonna give it a finer finish with this red scuffing pad. Both of these are gonna be linked down below. I'll make this quick. There's a lot of little rust building up in the back of this roof. You can see it a little better right here, but all those little bubbles right here is just rust starting to build up, and it goes all the way back there. So this whole part right here has rust, and I tried sanding it by hand, but it's taking too much time, and I'm not really using my time the best way that I should be. So I tried busting out this hand tool to help me out, but even this is taking way too long. So right now this is gonna be the perfect time to pull out the 3-inch DA from Harbor's Freight. Now that comes with a 2-inch sanding backing pad, but I went ahead and ordered a 3-inch. This makes things a little easier. But I'm gonna go ahead and use 180 grit to do that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and sand it off with this. This is doing a great job of removing the OEM paint, but it's not strong enough to remove rust. So I'm gonna use this tool to do this whole back section. Alright, after like 2 hours and a handful of different tools, we finally got this back part of the roof done. There was so much rust on here that this is how far I had to sand just to get all of that rust out. And rust is like cancer, and rust is like cancer for cars. So if you don't go ahead and remove it all, it's gonna come back and start getting everything rusty. So it took me a while to make sure that we didn't have any rust left. But again, this is how the back of this looks now. This is gonna be the other side. But right now we got this side done. With this side, I didn't really go to the bare metal. I just went to the primer. Now we're gonna move over to that side, and then we're gonna move over to this side. But it looks like it's about to rain, so I'm gonna have to go ahead, push the Subi back in here. But oh boy, am I happy we got that back part done. So let's bring the Subi in and then continue sanding. All right, we got the Subi now back inside the garage. Just in time. It's pouring outside right now. And since we brought the Subi inside, we're not gonna be able to use compressed air anymore to blow away the dust. So we're gonna switch back to vacuuming. This is usually where I keep this little vacuum, and it's right next to an outlet. And since we're gonna be working on this side of the car, it's like it was meant just for this. But I'm gonna use that vacuum to go ahead and suck up all of that sanding dust that we're gonna be making because of this pad. I'm also gonna go ahead and start sanding this area here, and then I'll give you guys an update. Hey, I just finished sanding down the entire outside of the roof. Like I said, I just sanded out the outside and I went about 1 inch towards the inside. Now we're gonna go ahead and actually start attacking the roof. This is the clear coat, that's the base coat, that's the primer, and then that right there is the sealer. Now I basically just want to get to this point right here using these two tools. We're gonna start with 180, remove all of the clear coat. Then I'm gonna switch over to my DA and use 240 grit along with my interface pad to remove all of that base coat. And then we should be done with the roof. Now let me give you guys one last look of how this roof looks before we start sanding it. Again, a lot of sunk damage. It burned right through that clear coat. Subaru paint overall is very delicate, so I don't blame it.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything.
Alright, I brought the Subi back inside now because this is as far as we're gonna get. Now, as much as I would like to finish the Subi, it's not gonna happen just yet. I want to take my time with this, so I told myself that for today my goal was to just get the top of this car done. So if we wanted to, we could go ahead, spray some primer over this, spray some base coat and clear coat, and then just be completely done with this part. But I want this part right here to be the same color as the side, so I want to paint it all at once. I'm really happy we got the top done though. I've been wanting to get it done for a minute now and I've just been procrastinating, so the fact that we got it done today is amazing. I'm really proud of myself for doing that. I also want to take the time to say that I have officially bought the first mod for the Z. Next time you guys see me, I'm either gonna be sanding down one of the sides of the Subi, or I'm gonna be doing an oil change. It all depends on when all the things get here and when I get some free time. So with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, but I'll see you guys soon. Stay tuned, my friends.